What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for coming back to the YouTube channel. It's your boy, James Pendergrass. Today I have a different kind of style of YouTube that I want to make for you guys. I think today what I want to do and really want to go over is the idea of what I wish I knew before going into the gym space and what I wish I knew before becoming this bodybuilder-esque kind of person that you see before you today. And there's three things that I really want to go over. I want to go over the mindset shift that I had and that I wish I would have had going into it, the training shift of what I wish I did, workout wise and training wise, and the nutrition. The nutrition was a huge part that I feel like a lot of people overlook and overslept on, and that's something that I wish that, like, if I knew it going into it, I would look completely different now. I would look bigger, better in my opinion. But these are three things that I wish I could have changed, and I wish I would have knew going into being like a fitness creator and being somebody who's heavily in the gym. And I think I should just try and give you as much knowledge as I possibly can for somebody who's out there and trying to aspire to be somebody in great shape for the rest of their life. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so first things first is the mindset shift. And being a lifter, your mind and your brain goes through so many different additions. And like, so for example, I started working out when I was around like roughly 15, 16, 17 years old. And my mind obviously wasn't fully developed. So my mind was chasing the dopamine of working out and chasing the quick highs of being able to hit lifts and whatnot. So one thing that I think really I didn't put into perspective is how long it takes your body to actually change. And bear with me, I'm a little congested right now because I'm in Tennessee with my mom, so bear with me. I think that I didn't really have a great grasp of what it took for your body to change and how long it would take. Everybody kind of gets into this field and they see what they see on social media, and they see people go through quick transformations, and people say, I did this in X amount of months and whatnot. And most people don't understand that a lot of transformations that you see on social media are a lot longer than what they're perceived to be. And it takes a lot longer for your body to adjust and grow. In the beginning stages of working out, you will come to put on size and put on weight faster than in your later years because your body's still growing and still adjusting. But once your body hits like that peak genetic pool of what your body's capable of doing, it takes a lot longer for your body to gain muscle and to gain weight and to gain strength over periods of time. So one thing I wish I would have known about this is that, I can't follow people's, like, everybody's social media trend or like everybody's bro split or everybody's like workout that they do expecting to have the same results that they did. And I was very hard on myself in that when I was younger, because I was like, I would follow people like Joe Andrews or people like, who else? Christian Fleener. Like, I would follow people that I thought I could replicate like that. But little did I know that some of these people were taking gear, and some of these people were, like posting workouts that they weren't doing. It's small stuff like that I wish I would have known, because everybody's different. Every single body type is different. And this is no shade to the people that I just listed, but every body type is different. And I wish that, I didn't follow their regimen to such a T that it, like, without knowing that I was not going to have the same results. My results and their results are two different things, because we were doing two different sets of things, and their body was at a different stage in their life compared to where I was. I'm following their routine at like 16, 15. They are at 23, 24, So just different, very different perspective and different starting points. That's the first thing I would say is like something that I would really stress to somebody who's starting over or just getting into the field. Yo, look, like, you have to shift your mindset. Like, the gym is a day in and day out like grind. It's something that you have to take in with the utmost respect and understand that every day is not going to be like finishing Rome. Like, every day is going to be like you're building the building blocks to get to Rome, but you're not going to have like the whole Roman Empire in one day. That's just not how it works. You have to compound multiple days of putting in the right amount of effort, the right amount of dedication, the right amount of discipline in order to receive the results that you're looking for. And it's a longer journey than people make it out to be, but it is highly attainable and it's highly doable. Like it's something that if you keep at it and you keep your mind to it, like it's something that everybody can achieve, but you have to put the right steps forward in order to achieve these results. But that's number one. Let's move on to number two. Training number two mistake, I would say, is I didn't have the right training programming, and proper form. I still see it to this day where I go to the gym and I see people with poor form, poor mechanics, expecting to have the results that they're looking for. And the truth is that's just not, it's not ideal. It's not realistic. It's not gonna happen. If you don't prioritize your form in the beginning moments, in the beginning stages of your fitness career, you're gonna be doing the wrong stuff for a long period of time, and you're not gonna receive the results you want. And you're gonna be like, I've been doing all the work, I've been putting on the effort, but your form is wrong. For example, if you're not getting like full stretch on back movements, your back's not going to have the wideness that you want. It's not going to have the thickness that you want, and it's not going to have the definition that you want. It's small things like that where it's like if you're not getting the full stretch on movements, your muscles aren't really working that hard. They're not going to be breaking down at the end of the workout and rebuilding. I would stress that great form is more important than heavier weights, and I wish that I knew that in the beginning, because in the beginning I was ego lifting. I would be the guy to try and lift more than my friends and win the competitions and whatnot, but I wasn't doing it the right way. So I was getting stronger, but I wasn't getting the look or the aesthetic that I was going after because I wasn't doing it right. And nobody tells you that, because not a lot of people know that, hey, your form's not right. And being in the gym is an environment where everybody is critiquing each other, everybody is judging each other. Not every gym in the world is a very uplifting and community style gym. So you have to be cognitive of the sense of that, like, hey, if you're not working out the way that your body needs it, you're not gonna get what you want. And then the training splits, man. Like, I would change my splits every couple months versus just staying consistent with the same split and progressing as I go. The progressive overload is super important, but I wouldn't do that. I would get very cognitive in the idea of, like, if I don't like what I'm seeing, I'll just change the split. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. You gotta stay consistent. You gotta stay locked in with what you have and progress off of that. Also, you don't always know what you're doing. Sometimes you need a coach in order to help you go into the right direction of what your body needs. Coaches are able to really, give you a better definition of what they see and what your body looks like it's reacting to the most, and then you can go from there. Hence why I'm a coach right now. That's number two. Number three is nutrition. And I think nutrition is one of the most trickiest and one of the most, it's the underlying thing that everybody tends to get wrong at some point. Like, nobody is perfect when it comes to nutrition. But it's like if you apply just a little bit of knowledge, a tiny ounce of knowledge at the beginning, it could solve all your problems. It really could. It could, but it won't, but it could. Back when I started working out, I was the person that ate whatever they thought was nearby. And I thought my fitness would be able to outwork it. And one of the saddest things I had to come to realize was you can't outwork a bad diet. You will never be able to outwork a sense of bad diet. Like, if you think you can outwork a bad diet, you'll be chasing that high for the rest of your life. And that's not a good look. That's not a good look. I'm also thankful that I caught on when I did. I moved to Hawaii and I was a bit skinny fat. I didn't really understand why. Until I realized that, hey, you can't eat like 9 slices of bread each day. Or, hey, you can't keep having fried food every day. Or, hey, maybe soda isn't the best source of liquid that you have every day, And I'll explain. Soda, high in sugar. And sugar is one of the, it's the hardest thing to burn in terms of regarding to fat, because you have to burn the sugar in order to burn fat. So the more sugar you have, the harder it is to burn fat. Fried food, all fat, all fat, unknown fat. Because people be frying food and you don't even know like what they're putting in the grease, what they're putting in the oil. Like that's more uncertain than anything. So fried food, automatically clip with fat. And then I said slices of bread. Carbs are really important. Carbs are really, really important. But eating the right carb source is always going to be the most important thing. And bread can be right if you're having the right bread. And I was having wheat bread. No, I was artesian bread, which was filled with carbs, trans fats, saturated fats, you name it. It was not the best carb source. And that's a carb that keeps me bloated. It's a carb that keeps me, like puffy. Like I blow up whenever I eat bread. I didn't realize it until I stopped eating it so heavily. And that is a realization that I wish I'd come to a lot sooner. But that was just a sidetrack. Nutrition is always going to be the first and most important thing when it comes to getting the body that you want. They say that nutrition is 80% and workouts are 20%, and that is so true. I can't even explain like how true it is. You have to have the right food in your system for your body to work the way that you want it to work. Your food is your fuel, and if you're not eating the right stuff, then your body will never have what it needs to break down and to be where it needs to be. And that's a realization that I wish I had in the beginning as well, because I feel like if I would have had just some more of the right stuff, some more vegetables, some more greens, less bread, like addition and subtraction. I wish I had more control over what I was having. Therefore, I would have more of the look that I wanted. And that's just what it is, Like I can't go back and change any of it. I can't go back and alter what I did. But all I can do now is just give game to the people that are starting now, or starting over. And that's part of the reason why I'm a personal coach now, is just that I can give people the advice that some people didn't give them. And I hope that you guys can take a piece of this and really apply it to your lives, so that moving forward, you're better in the gym, you're better in your life, you're better in every aspect that you want to be. But, you have to start looking in the mirror and be like, hey, there are changes that need to be made in order for me to be great. And I do that every day still. So I say all that to say, these are some changes that I really wish I would have added to my life, and I hope that you can add some of these too. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining the YouTube again. I got some more videos coming for you guys soon. So bear with me. I got you guys. But it's your boy JP. We out of here. Bow.